What's going on, Sacramento? Sacktown Pete back at it again. Greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. The Kings lost to the Spurs tonight at home. The Spurs are now 2-0 against the Kings on the season. Final score from Sacramento, 127 to 125. The Kings blew a 17-point lead. At one point, they were up 17 points in this game, and they blew it. DeMar DeRozan was back tonight in the starting lineup from that back injury, and Malik Monk started at the 2. The Kings still lost this game, despite all the things I just mentioned right now, with DeRozan coming back and Monk starting at the 2. The Kings still found a way to lose this game. Boy, at this rate, you're not going to make the playoffs. Mike Brown, at this rate, will lose the locker room. And at this rate, you got to talk about Mike Brown as a coach and the coaching staff. They're not getting it done right now. They are horrible right now, currently. Let's take a look at the numbers with the starting 5. Sabonis, 37 minutes. He had 25 points, 14 boards, 6 assists. DeMar DeRozan played 38 minutes tonight. He had 28 points. He had 8 assists. He had 5 rebounds. Malik Monk, 37 minutes. He had 21 points, 6 boards, 6 assists. De'Aaron Fox, in 37 minutes, he had 21 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. And Keegan Murray, 35 minutes tonight. He had 8 points, 5 rebounds. Let's take a look at the bench. Isaac Jones played 19 minutes tonight, and I love what I saw from Isaac Jones. 12 points, 4 boards for Isaac. Keon Ellis, 17 minutes. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds. Jay Crowder, 11 minutes tonight. He had 2 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. And Kobe Jones played 7 minutes tonight. He had 2 rebounds. He had 1 assist and 0 points. So with tonight's loss, they are now 9-12 on the season. And you are just not getting it done right now. You know, there's multiple times where why do we switch on a defensive end tonight? We switched so many times defensively and just never recovered from the switches. I mean, the Spurs, give them credit. They came in, Wemby dominated tonight. He was a force to be reckoned with. Spurs shot big-time threes, man. Vessel down the stretch made big-time threes that pretty much put this game away. And I know fans are upset about that Wemby call or non-call, missed call, that he had his spaghetti arms wrapped around Sabonis at the end of the game. Listen, we already know how the officiating has been this year for the Sacramento Kings games. I'm not surprised they didn't call that. It clearly was a foul, but I'm not going to even put my anger towards that. What pisses me off about tonight was the defense was straight up ass. The Kings really just are missing Jordi Fernandez a lot on the defensive end. Really good to see Jordi Fernandez shine in Brooklyn with the Nets. But boy, oh boy, they miss him tremendously on the defensive end. And Luke Laux, very good guy. Met him a couple times. Really, really good guy. But he's just not cut for the defensive coach role. He's just not cut for it. And I'm not calling for his job. I think they might have to make a change as who's going to be the defensive coach. I mean, shit, maybe Doug Christie might take that role moving forward. But overall, the coaching staff has been terrible so far this season. And Mike Brown, he's been horrendous. I mean, I don't know. I know he signed a contract extension this past summer for another 3 years. I mean, at this rate, does he make it? Does Mike Brown make it at this rate if the Kings finish at the bottom of the Western Conference and if they finish missing the playoffs with supposedly their 3 stars in DeRozan, Fox, and Sabonis? I mean, does he even make it past the season? Or does he even make it to his extension? You know, when you're the head honcho, I know Mike Brown's tried a lot of things early on this season. The inconsistent play at the 2 spot has forced him to start Malik Monk, who's our Super 6 Man of the Year. Has forced him to start Malik Monk. And even with starting Malik Monk tonight, you still lose tonight. And it sucks, man, because, you know, in the ways I feel for Mike Brown, but at the same time, this team should not be struggling based on what they have on their roster. And this is no knock to the Spurs. Give them credit where it's due. They played a fair game and they won. They wanted it more. And the Western Conference, boy, oh boy, this is the most competitive I've seen this Western Conference in a long, long time. I mean, seriously, uh, 12, 13 teams potentially that are going to win 40 plus games this year. And, you got your bottom feeders now. And the Sacramento Kings, unfortunately, are at the bottom of the Western Conference right now. This is very frustrating to say, frustrating to see for sure. And I'm with you guys. I obviously want this team to get back on track, but it's just, I don't think it's not looking good at the moment. I mean, I can tell you, heads in that locker room are definitely rolling after tonight's loss. They say you can't get too down, you can't get too low. I'm telling you, man. After tonight's loss, you're 1-6 in your last 7 games. Boy, that was tough saying that. This team is definitely hit their rock bottom of the season so far after tonight's loss. And you have a brutal stretch coming up this week. You play the Spurs again on Friday. You have the Houston Rockets on Tuesday, who are second in the Western Conference, surprisingly and shockingly. They're 14-6. And then you have the Memphis Grizzlies on Thursday. Yeah, 3 tough games, nothing easy in the Western Conference. And you're sitting at 9-12 right now, and you're just scratching your head, and you're trying to figure it out. Will you figure it out? I don't know, man. But Mike Brown is definitely in a tough spot right now. Boy, oh boy. He's tried everything he can in his power and will to get this ship back in the right direction. It's just right now, currently, it's just not working. And I don't know if Mike Brown will make it to his extension at this rate, because boy, oh boy, heads are rolling. Heads are for sure rolling with this start out of the season through 21 games. With that being said, that's going to do it for tonight's video. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. Have yourself a great night. Take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.